In the words of Epictetus, "Tell me who you consort with, and I will tell you who you are." Imagine walking a path, your journey through life, not alone, but accompanied. Who walks beside you? Do they lighten your load or weigh you down? This isn't just a question, it's a choice that shapes your character, your destiny. Welcome, travelers, to a guide through the world of Stoicism, where the wisdom of the ancients illuminates our modern lives. Today, we embark on a journey of discovery. Together we'll explore why the Stoics believed in choosing your friends carefully and how this ancient wisdom can guide us in cultivating relationships that not only enrich our lives, but elevate our very being. Are you ready to see who truly deserves to walk by your side? Let's uncover the secrets to a virtuous life together. Habit number 1, value character over pleasure. In the heart of ancient Rome, where the streets buzzed with the energy of the empire at its zenith, lived a young man named Lucius. With the charm of Apollo and the keen mind of Mercury, Lucius found himself the object of affection for many, surrounded by a circle of friends that was as enviable as it was diverse. Among them, a cohort of attractive female friends, whose presence filled his days with laughter, banquets, and endless nights under the stars of the Roman sky. Yet, as the wheel of fortune turns, so did Lucius's heart stir with a growing sense of unease. The words of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and emperor whom Lucius admired, echoed in his mind. "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly." This quote, etched into the core of his being, served as a constant reminder of the Stoic principle to value character over pleasure. Lucius began to observe his companions through the lens of this wisdom. He saw past the surface, the mirth, and the revelry, to notice moments where virtue was overshadowed by vanity, where the pursuit of pleasure led to neglect of deeper values. The realization dawned on him that his friendships, though pleasurable, were not nurturing his soul nor contributing to his moral growth. The laughter was abundant, but where was the virtue? The turning point came one evening as Lucius walked the marbled streets of Rome, the Colosseum a silent giant against the night sky. He pondered another teaching of Marcus Aurelius. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. It was then Lucius understood that true happiness and contentment would not be found in the fleeting pleasures of the night, but in the cultivation of friendships rooted in virtue, wisdom, and mutual growth. With a heavy heart, Lucius made the bold decision to sacrifice his current circle of friends for a life aligned with his Stoic ideals. It was not without pain. The decision cost him dearly, severing ties that had been the source of much joy. Yet in this sacrifice, Lucius found a profound sense of freedom. He began to seek out those who shared his values, individuals whose friendship was based not on the superficial but on the strength of character, mutual respect, and the pursuit of wisdom. As Lucius embarked on this new chapter, his life was transformed. The friends he now kept were fewer, but the connections were deeper, more meaningful. They were companions in the truest sense, challenging each other to grow, to think deeply, and to live lives of virtue. Together, they navigated the complexities of life, not as revelers escaping reality, but as philosophers embracing it. The story of Lucius is a testament to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, reminding us that in the pursuit of a good life, the company we keep is paramount. His journey from the allure of pleasure to the embrace of virtue serves as a powerful illustration of the Stoic principle to choose friends carefully, for they shape our character and our destiny. In the bustling streets of our own lives, Lucius's story challenges us to reflect on our relationships. Do our friends elevate us, or do they hold us back? Are we nurturing connections that feed the soul, or merely indulging in those that gratify the senses? Lucius's choice is a call to action, a reminder that true happiness and virtue are within our grasp. Should we dare to choose them over fleeting pleasures? It is a story that resonates across centuries, urging us to remember that, in the end, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly. Habit number 2, seek mutual growth. In the heart of London, amidst the clash of ancient tradition and modern ambition, lived a young man named Ethan. His journey began in the quietude of libraries and the solemnity of lecture halls, where dreams were fueled by knowledge and the pursuit of self-development. Ethan's life was a canvas, painted with the aspirations of a promising future, his every step a testament to the discipline and dedication he believed would lead him to greatness. But as the seasons changed, so did the landscape of Ethan's world. University life, a mosaic of diverse experiences and temptations, beckoned with a new rhythm, one that pulsed with the vibrant allure of London's nightlife. Friends, new and exhilarating, drew him into a whirlwind of neon lights, where laughter drowned out the whispers of ambition and the night promised forgetfulness from the rigors of the day. Ethan, once a steadfast pilgrim on the path of self-improvement, found himself adrift in the tide of revelry. His grades began to falter, his goals blurred like the city lights at dawn, and the once clear vision of his future dimmed beneath the shadow of momentary pleasures. It was amidst this descent that Ethan stumbled upon the words of Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who spoke across the millennia. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. This quote, a beacon in the darkness, illuminated the stark contrast between the life Ethan was leading and the one he aspired to. The realization struck with the force of a revelation. Ethan understood that the company he kept was not merely a reflection of his current self, but a mold shaping his future. The nights of abandon, the friends who lived for the moment, they were architects of a destiny he no longer desired. With resolve forged anew, Ethan began the arduous task of transformation. He stepped away from the seductive call of the night, turning instead towards those who shared his original vision of growth and self-development. This was not a rejection of friendship, but a selection, a careful curation of influences that aligned with the Stoic principle of mutual growth. The change was not immediate, nor was it easy. But as Ethan dedicated himself to friendships that were rooted in shared aspirations and mutual improvement, he found his footing once more. His academic performance recovered, his goals sharpened into focus, and the promise of his future brightened with the prospect of genuine achievement. Ethan's journey is a testament to the power of the company we keep. In his story, we are reminded that life is a delicate balance between pleasure and purpose, and that true fulfillment comes not from the escapism of the night, but from the shared pursuit of growth and excellence. As we navigate our own paths, let us remember Ethan's lesson and the wisdom of Seneca. Let us choose our friends with care, seeking those who inspire us to be better, for in their company we find not only the reflection of who we are, but the blueprint of who we aspire to be. Habit number 3, practice empathy and understanding. In a small, vibrant village in Mexico, where the sun casts a golden hue over the cobblestone streets and everyone knows your name, there lived a young man named Diego. Born into wealth in a place where fortune was a rare bloom, Diego's life was a stark contrast to the modest existence of his neighbors. His passion wasn't for the community or the rich cultural heritage of his village, but for the dazzling display of his wealth, sleek cars that roared through the quiet streets, and extravagant parties that echoed into the night. Diego moved through life with a flamboyance that was as much admired as it was resented, lacking empathy and understanding in a world that valued community above all else. But as fate would have it, tragedy struck with the sudden loss of his father, the architect of the wealth Diego had always taken for granted. This loss did more than just dent his financial security. It shook the very foundations of his identity. Forced to face the impermanence of material wealth, Diego found himself at a crossroads, haunted by a newfound solitude in the wake of his extravagant lifestyle. It was during this period of introspection that Diego encountered the teachings of Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." These words, alien yet profound, sparked a shift in Diego's perspective. He realized that his relentless pursuit of admiration through wealth had left him impoverished in ways that mattered most: friendship, empathy, and genuine human connection. Eager to redefine his path, Diego sought to cultivate new relationships based on mutual respect and understanding rather than the awe of his wealth. Yet, the legacy of his past was not easily shed. The villagers, long accustomed to seeing Diego as the embodiment of unbridled extravagance and indifference, were wary of his attempts to forge new connections. His reputation as the village's rich, empathetic void preceded him, turning his efforts into exercises in futility. Faced with the unyielding shadows of his past, Diego made the difficult decision to leave the village of his ancestors in search of a fresh start in a new city. It was a leap into the unknown, driven by the hope of reinventing himself in a place unmarked by the footprints of his former self. Diego's story is a vivid tapestry of warnings, woven with the threads of Stoic wisdom. It serves as a poignant reminder that the true measure of wealth is not found in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of our relationships. His journey from ostentation to introspection and ultimately to the pursuit of a more meaningful existence highlights the transformative power of empathy and the importance of choosing our friends wisely. As Diego ventures into his new life, his story remains unfinished, a narrative suspended in the realm of possibilities. It is a reminder to all who traverse the complex landscapes of human connection that while we cannot change our past, the future is ours to shape with the choices we make today. Diego's story, a mosaic of potential and regret, leaves us pondering the enduring words of Seneca and the true essence of wealth in a world that often measures success in the currency of material gain. Habit number 4, cultivate independence. In the heart of ancient Greece, a land where myths breathed life into the very stones, there lived a young woman named Phaedra. Her beauty was as renowned as her ambition, and her eyes sparkled not with wisdom, but with the cunning of one who sought to ascend the social ladder by any means necessary. Phaedra's passion lay in the art of connection, not for the sake of friendship, but for the tangible benefits these relationships could yield. She wove her way through the lives of the elite, her charm her greatest asset, manipulating the threads of high society with a grace that belied her lack of empathy. Phaedra's world was one of lavish banquets and whispered promises, where alliances were formed not in the spirit of mutual respect, but for mutual gain. Her circle was wide, a constellation of influential figures, all drawn to her side by the allure of her charisma and the strategic advantage of her companionship. Yet fate, ever envious of human hubris, set a tragic snare for Phaedra. A calamity befell her, a personal loss so profound that it shattered the very foundation of her existence. In the wake of this devastation, Phaedra found herself adrift in a sea of shallow connections, her legion of friends evaporating like dew at dawn. It was in this crucible of despair that she encountered the Stoic principle of cultivate independence, a beacon of wisdom in the tempest of her life. With a heart heavy with grief and disillusionment, Phaedra embarked on a journey of self-imposed isolation. She sought solace in solitude, turning her back on the frenetic social whirlwind she had once mastered. This path of introspection and self-reliance was alien and daunting, a stark contrast to the life she had known, filled with the echoes of laughter and the clink of wine glasses. But the road to true independence was fraught with challenges. Phaedra, so accustomed to defining her worth through the eyes of others, found herself struggling to navigate the quietude of her own company. The absence of adulation and the weight of her own thoughts proved two formidable adversaries. In the end, the pull of her former life proved irresistible. Phaedra left the ruins of her past in Greece, seeking a new beginning in another city, another chance to weave her web of strategic friendships. Yet the lessons of her journey lingered in the shadows of her heart, a whisper of wisdom drowned out by the siren call of social ascension. Phaedra's tale serves as a cautionary narrative, a reminder that the pursuit of relationships based solely on personal gain is a hollow endeavor. Her story, rich with the allure of ancient Greece, yet tinged with the timeless human flaws of ambition and manipulation, reminds us of the importance of genuine connections. As readers, we are left to ponder the value of independence and the true meaning of friendship. Phaedra's story, a cycle of rise, fall, and a return to old ways, challenges us to reflect on our own relationships and the principles upon which they are built. It is a tale not to emulate, but to learn from, a stark illustration of the emptiness that accompanies a life lived in the shadows of ulterior motives. Habit number 5, foster honesty and openness. The principle of fostering honesty and openness in the context of choosing friends is a foundational aspect of building meaningful and lasting relationships. It demands a courage that is often overlooked, yet it is critical for personal growth and genuine connection. This principle is underpinned by the understanding that true friendship can only thrive in an environment where truth prevails over pleasing illusions. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, eloquently captured the essence of this principle when he said, "A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer." This underscores the importance of sincerity in our actions and relationships. Friends who prioritize honesty and openness show that their intentions are pure and their actions are not merely performative, but stem from a place of genuine care and respect. Such relationships encourage us to confront our flaws and grow, rather than remaining stagnant in the comfort of unchallenged falsehoods. Marcus Aurelius, another towering figure in Stoicism, offered wisdom that complements Seneca's thoughts. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. This quote speaks to the transformative power of honesty in friendship. It suggests that a friend who challenges our perspectives or offers a hard truth is not an adversary, but a catalyst for introspection and improvement. It is through the openness and honesty of such friends that we learn to question our judgments and grow stronger in character. The harsh truth about friendships is that they profoundly shape our beliefs, actions, and ultimately, our identities. Friends who lack honesty and openness can lead us into a fog of delusion, where we are shielded from the realities we need to face to evolve. In contrast, friends who embody these virtues act as mirrors, reflecting back at us the truths we need to see, however uncomfortable they may be. Choosing friends who foster honesty and openness is choosing a path of personal integrity and growth. As we reach the end of our journey today, let us not forget the wise words of Epictetus that guided our first steps. Tell me who you consort with, and I will tell you who you are. This ancient wisdom, though centuries old, holds a truth as relevant now as it was in the days of Stoic philosophers. Our companions on the journey of life shape us in ways beyond our understanding. Choose them wisely, for they are the architects of our character, the mirror to our soul. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. There are more paths to explore, more wisdom to uncover in the vast world of Stoicism. If you seek to walk further with us, to delve deeper into the mysteries of life and the human soul, I invite you to subscribe, to like, and to share this journey with others. Who knows what truths we'll uncover next together? Until we meet again, choose your companions wisely, and may the path of Stoicism illuminate your way.